What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Ride the Gus Bus podcast. I'm your founder and host, Gus Fitzpatrick. This year we got two new co-hosts, Sharpshooter C, Big Play Shay. As always, start off by reviewing last week's picks. So without further ado, let's get into the good stuff. Giants played the Niners Thursday Night Football. Niners were 10.5-point favorites. I was all over that. Been riding with my Niners a lot this season. It was the Niners' first game at home, and they looked great. They win 30-12. I covered 10.5. Were you guys on the Niners or the Giants?
I was the Niners.
On the Niners?
I was on the Giants, but honestly,
geez.
the Giants put a better fight than I thought. So, I mean, I threw Giants 10.5, and I don't think it was too far off.
Well, I personally feel like the Niners always had control of that game.
Moral victory, but on the stat sheet, it's a loss.
Agreed.
And I feel like the Niners haven't even played to their potential yet this season, which is scary to see. Them and the Dolphins are the top two teams in the league, clearly. So me and Sieg start 1-0. Shay goes to 0-1. Moving on, Sunday, I was all over the Vikings. I was so confident, thought they were going to come home and get their first win of the season. I took them plus 1.5, and they lose to the Chargers 28-24 in a unfortunate fashion. They had two drives at the end of the fourth to win the game, and both of the drives they come up empty. We were all pretty pissed off about that. Had them live, a bunch of us. And I had them obviously for the pod, so I moved to 1-1.
I took the 1 o'clock game, Jets, Pats, Jets 2.5. Watched an absolute despicable game.
Yeah, that was the hardest game to watch in a while.
I think the Jets win that game with a reliable quarterback. The amount of offense that was produced, which was pretty minimal. I think in the second quarter they had like negative 12 offensive yards.
The Jets?
Yeah, for the Pats not to blow them out there. Was a good thing for us, but I mean it's just really embarrassing.
That game was grueling. Even as a Pats or Jets fan, I think it's hard to watch.
I was obviously all over the Pats, so I moved 2-0 in the week. Patriots fan, the offense was a little bit disheartening.
And plus three would have hit without the safety at the end of the game.
Yeah,
that's a move. That's a move.
Would have pushed.
Would have pushed. Well, I had plus 2.5.
So it wouldn't.
No, it would have been 13-10.
Going by 5.
Oh yeah. Well, regardless.
But, I mean, Jets have a really good defense. Putting up 15 points in any type of game is surprisingly, or it shouldn't win you games, but surprisingly got us this one. Pats fan, it wasn't a crazy win, but it's always nice to get the number 1 on the board.
Moving on, I took probably the worst L of the season. I took the Broncos plus 6.5.
My God, bro.
And they get absolutely...
Say in the comments if that should be -2.
Yeah,
absolutely slaughtered. That was just embarrassing. Denver, the whole Sean Payton, Russell Wilson experiment in Denver is going horribly wrong. They start 0-3 after the awful season they had last year. And the Dolphins look unreal. Like I said, them and the Niners, top two teams in football. I moved to 1-2.
I go to 3-0 here with the Lions. They blow out the Falcons.
What was the final? Was it a blowout?
20-6. It's not really a blowout.
Yeah.
2-score game. But the line was 3.5. I took the Lions. Lions look good. They're a weird team for me, though, because they look good one week and then they look like shit the next week. So, I mean, hopefully they keep it up. But I like the Lions this year. But
agreed. They have a big Monday. They play tomorrow night against the Packers.
That should
they
be
go on the road. We'll talk about that one in a little bit.
I'm going to go down.
Real quick before you go, I just want to say huge game this Sunday, Dolphins-Bills. That's the first true test the Dolphins will get, and I think a lot of us are going to have our eyes on that one.
I took Falcons plus 3.5, which obviously didn't hit, but I go to 0-3. I think a lot of receivers for the Lions are playing pretty well, though. Sam Laporta, 8 receptions, 80 yards, touchdown. Mamon, triple digits.
Laporta had that one bomb.
Yep.
Yeah, he was wide ass, though.
They're playing pretty well, the Lions, so keep your eyes on them.
Sunday night, the snooze fest Steelers go over to Vegas and beat them 23-18. Devontae Adams had 2 touchdowns. I had the Steelers plus 2.5, and that felt pretty good the whole game. Ended up cashing with these. The Raiders did put up a late game touchdown, but Steelers still win it outright and cover the plus 2.5 spread. Puts me at 2-2.
Although we do not have another, I don't know if you have any more games on Sunday or no.
No more Sunday.
I'd like to put out one interesting stat that Travis Kelce fans went up, or Travis Kelce's sales of his jerseys went up by 400%.
They were talking about that in class today.
Yeah.
Shout out Dave Maloney.
Taylor Swift.
The Taylor Swift effect. Also, Jets tickets, because Chiefs go to the Jets this Sunday night, have sold out already. People anticipating Swift to be in attendance.
I think they're just trying to see Zach Wilson
I don't
play.
think that. Did you guys hit Sunday night? I hit Sunday night. Steelers plus 2.5.
I did hit. First loss of the season with the Raiders, and a little tidbit.
You've been hating on the Steelers all season long.
I have, but a little tidbit that I picked up, which I want to throwing something out for us. A little tidbit I picked up today was that Devontae Adams might be out of Las Vegas.
He wants to
Really?
win the Super Bowl.
But another thing I picked up, which I was just going to realize, is how many more primetime games are going to give the most boring team in football?
It's ridiculous.
The Steelers. I feel like they have
All right,
a
all right.
primetime game every.
Steelers are a little more entertaining than the Pats and Jets.
I would argue.
I would say no
They're in
because
the
the
same-
fan
Kenny
base.
Pickett, George Pickens,
I would argue they're
Yeah,
in the
but
Najee
same.
Harris.
I'd argue they're in the same.
Mac
They're
Jones
the
can't
same
throw it
tier.
more than 20 yards.
I would
Zach
argue-
Wilson doesn't even throw the ball.
I would argue they're in the same tier. Like,
Same tier. I'd rather watch Steelers if I'm being honest.
but it's not like George Pickens being like crazy catches.
Their offense is a little
Najee Harris.
Hey,
well, Najee Harris.
I'll be
runs
remiss
stuff.
if this podcast is talked about for the Steelers for more than like a couple minutes. Let's move on.
You're right. You're right. What are we doing?
Monday night.
Monday night, I hit the Eagles -4.5. They go down to Tampa Bay and smoke.
well.
Scorigami.
That was a Gus bus.
25-11. We all rode the Gus bus and we all got off on the same stop. Cash that one. Eagles -4.5. And then I think we all put, regardless of who you take, Bengals beat the Rams 19-16. Don't cover. Push the -3 spread. So we all push. I tally up to 3-2-1 for the week.
I'm at 4-1-1 on the week and 11-5-2.
I believe you forgot a one win in the column at the casino.
Oh right,
yours.
Siegel hit the
Oh.
biggest win of the week. Siegel, you can take it away.
So we go to the casino on the infamous guys' night.
Guys, night.
And I'm sitting down at the blackjack table for about an hour, and I think at this point I'm up about 2:30, 2:20. And I hear in the loudspeaker, Matt Segal, can you come to the front desk? And I was like, that's me, but why would I need to go to the front desk? It was kind of a bunch of things running through my head. I go up, and they say, over the speaker, they say you have 5 minutes to go to the front desk. So I go up, and the woman was like, hey, my name is Finn over the loudspeaker. What do I get? The woman goes, you want a $500 cash voucher. And I was like, holy shit, you're joking. So I was freaking out.
I'll pull up the picture and I'll show the pod.
I was signing the forms,
Signing his
whatnot.
life away.
Next thing you know, she turns around, she goes, if the other woman doesn't come in 10 seconds, you win her $500.
I
So
will
I'm
say, 10
touching-
seconds did pass.
10
And they gave her a
seconds
little bit
did
of extra
pass.
time. She
I was
pulled up with some
freaking out. I
shot
turn around.
cheese.
Next thing you know, she's sprinting to the desk. I was happy for her that she won. Disappointed that she showed up. But 7:20 on guys' night. Bought the boys around a pool.
Played
around
some
drinks, around bowling. Around
It was we'll be sure to run back guys night. All right, next week starting off Thursday night football tomorrow night. The Lions go to Green Bay where the Lions are -1.5, and I guess I'll start. I got the Lions -1.5. The Packers played the Saints close. I think they lost.
the
to the
Saints.
No, they.
It was a 1 point.
No, they beat the Saints. They beat
the Saints?
Yeah.
You
Because
sure?
Miles had.
I remember it was juiced about it.
Miles all over the
It was
Packers.
super
Yeah,
close.
Packers came back and played a great game. Won
Oh, they beat
18-17.
18-17. Okay.
I mean, don't forget who's behind quarterback now, Aaron Rodgers. Have you guys seen that video? They think that they've almost cloned Aaron Rodgers.
Into Jordan Love.
They've compared a couple of his plays. His mechanics are
Huh.
almost pretty similar.
Well, Jordan Love's been studying under him for a while. Regardless, I got the Lions winning this one and covering the spread, -1.5. I really like what they got going on over in Detroit. Completely revamped the roster the last few years, and Dan Campbell has his team firing. I got the Lions -1.5.
So are we? Ooh.
Yes, we are.
Ride the Gus bus.
I'm taking
Ride the
-1.5
Gus bus.
Lions.
Everybody on the Lions love that.
I will like to say something to look out for: under 45.5 divisional unders, cash and unreal rate. So
Interesting.
that's something I would keep an eye on.
Interesting. I like it, Siegs. Good pointer. Moving on, I'll start off Sundays. I'm riding with the Niners again. I think -14 is almost disrespectful. Niners just
Coming off a big win though, the Cardinals.
The Cardinals are riding an all-time high after knocking off the Cowboys.
all-time high.
Who everyone was all over, the
Yeah.
Cowboys being one of the top teams. But I think the Niners just absolutely bring it to them. Another home game for the Niners. They're only getting 14 points. I mean, I think the Niners. I
A
think
lot of points.
They won by 3 scores, you think?
I
I've
mean,
never seen an NFL differentiator more
they
than 14.
kicked the Steelers like 30-7 or something.
They beat the
Then they beat the Giants 30-12.
It wasn't handled.
And week 2 they beat the Rams by I think 7. It should be 10, but then the last minute field goal. The Niners have basically won every game by double digits. The Cardinals are one of the worst teams in football. I love the Niners to win this by at least 2 scores.
14 is a lot of points. 14 is.
I'm not touching that game.
I'm
for
not
football.
touching. I'm not touching that game. 14 is a lot
Five
of
football.
points.
5 football.
I didn't touch that game. I chose instead to do Rams-Colts. I like the Rams plus 1.5. I think the Rams week in, week out are getting disrespected by the odds makers. I don't know if Anthony Richardson is back yet. It said he was questionable with a concussion, but
Minshew held his own. He beat the Ravens.
Minshew's been holding his own, but I mean the Rams offense just looks like kind of like a well-oiled machine in a way. They've held up their own. It's a good 49ers defense. Bengals defense was playing well. They didn't really put up too many points, but the Rams are a formidable team. I take them as dogs here. I almost like them winning outright.
I'm gonna. You take that game as well or no?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna jumping over to the 1:00 game. I think they're gonna be printing money over in Buffalo. I think this game's gonna be an offensive
Can't
shootout.
wait for this one.
I think this is gonna be almost one of the game of the week for me. I'm taking Fins plus 3. You can't come off a big win like that. Don't forget the Bills lost the Jets week 1. They are home, but the Fins offense has just been unreal. And this is a good time to introduce the big play Shea. I think that I've been getting big. Last week, if we want to go back and review, we threw Jets 2.5, Brees anytime, Gesicki anytime. I do actually think Gesicki got in. Did he get in? I don't think so.
The other tight end.
Regardless, none of those 3 legs hit. Move to 1-1 on big play Shea. But the big play Shea of the week is Fins plus 3, Mostert anytime, Knox anytime, 2 of 3 passing touchdowns, plus 3,000.
3 passing touchdowns. Wow.
Plus
That's
3.
a big parlay for a big play this year.
Plus 3,000. I'm riding with that. I'm riding Fins plus 3. Not saying they win, but I'm saying they keep it within 3. My guess, final score, 35, 32. 35, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, I'll take it from here, actually, because I'm also on this game. I don't really know who I liked here. Bills being at home, Dolphins being hotter than fish grease, but I like the over. Contrary to what I just said, in that divisional unders have been cashing on real rate. Dolphins are one of the most high-powered offenses in football right now. Bills, over the past 2 weeks, they put up 37 to 38. Neither of their defenses are crazy. Over 52.5 is a lot of points to score.
A lot of points.
But, I mean, Dolphins
Bills
covered
have
it.
a pretty good. They both have a solid defense.
Dolphins put it up on their own last week. Bills have been scoring an average.
Safe to say that won't happen.
When's Jeff Wilson Jr. coming back? Because he's on my bench for fantasy. Apparently he's coming back pretty soon.
I think they found a new guy in a chain or however you pronounce it.
My third pick of the week.
Waddle's also back this week too.
He's practicing. I don't know if it's official.
My third pick this week is going to be the over in the Dolphins Bills 52.5.
Like it. I can't wait to watch that one. My second pick for Sunday is I'm taking the Ravens plus 2.5 on the road against the Browns. I think the Ravens bounce back. I still think the Rams are a top 6-7 team in football. I think Lamar is going to need to figure out his throwing because he ran 2 touchdowns in last week, but he wasn't doing a lot with his arm. And that loss to the Colts is pretty embarrassing. But I think the Browns go on the road to Cleveland, especially Cleveland will be without Nick Chubb, obviously. And I think the Browns get this one. The Ravens get this one outright, but I'm going to play it safe and take the Ravens plus 2.5. I think the defense does their job against the Browns, holds them to under 20, maybe under 17, and the Ravens get the job done.
I like that, Gus. Anyone else in that game or no?
Nope.
I'm going to take it over
Sunday night?
to those boys in Dallas, actually.
Oh, okay.
I think coming off a horrible. What do you mean? You're gonna like what I'm gonna say. Coming off a horrible loss is always tough. And call me Stephen A. Smith. How much I hate the Cowboys. I'm taking the Pats plus 6.5 here.
Wow, I love that.
You got Ezekiel Elliott, Will Greer on the sideline, getting in Belichick's ear, stealing signals. I just think the Patriots are gonna run the Cowboys out. Totally tire them out. I think the Patriots walk out of there with a massive L, but I think it's going to be within 6.5 points.
I think it's a losing game betting on the Pats.
No Trayvon Diggs. No Trayvon Diggs this week.
Yeah.
I think
I hate the Cowboys.
If they lose back-to-back to the Cardinals and Pats, it's going to be headlines.
Agreed.
And I don't think they're going to do that to save the embarrassment. Sunday night, Shay, start us off. You got your Jets going.
I mean,
this will be a tough one.
Boys, it's tough. We signed Trevor Siemian, who's supposed to be the Messiah. I'm not sure.
Is he going to start?
I saw a tweet today that said, imagine if I put you in a coma on September 10th and woke you up now, what would you say?
It's Jack Rubin.
To 3 headlines. Number 1, Joe Namath coming out of left field and absolutely disrespecting Zach Wilson.
What do you say?
He pretty much called him a pile of trash, which is honestly ridiculous.
He's played like a pile of
The
trash.
second one was Colin Kaepernick writes a letter to the Jets asking to be a part of the practice squad. It was heartfelt, but come on, what are we doing?
Did you read it?
I did read the whole thing.
It was funny.
And the third, I believe was just locker room trouble. What's going on?
Yeah, you see what I sent you guys?
Yeah.
About how the defense is mad at Saleh for
I heard someone threw a football at Saleh's head.
continuing to back Wilson.
I'm very confused here. The Jets didn't have a backup plan, and now the backup plan is like Zach Wilson, so it's backfiring. They need something to happen fast. We're going to start losing our stars. I am still taking Jets plus 9.5.
Yeah.
I'm riding with the guys, and hey, the Chiefs haven't been all of that except for last week. I think that we're going to double cover Travis Kelce, and we're going to force Mahomes to throw it to someone else. So I'm riding Jets plus 9.5. It's in the Meadowlands.
Hopefully Swift's in attendance.
And hopefully Swift's in attendance, and hopefully Zach Wilson's not at the helm.
I feel bad for the Jets defense because when you're holding teams under 20 points and your offense just can't get anything going, the defense is spending their whole time on the field. The offense goes 3 and out every time.
Why would I go work hard?
Exactly.
Why would I go work hard on the defense?
It's tough. I can't put my money on the Jets. I'm sorry. The Chiefs just blew the Bears out of the water, and good teams have trouble with bad teams. Great teams put bad teams away immediately. I think the Chiefs are just going to put the Jets away immediately, take the life out of the stadium, and they win this one by 14 or 17.
You guys think the Jets get in the end zone or no?
I think the Jets get in the end zone. I do, but not twice. Not twice.
I agree.
I like Chiefs minus 9.5.
I'm all over the Chiefs as well. I don't want to. I'm going to keep this short. I don't want to beat the dead horse, but similar to what Gus said, and to what Shea even said, I don't think this game stays too close too long.
I'll take it then.
Monday
night. Honestly, to be completely surprised, I was pretty shocked to see the line for this game.
You'll be more.
I saw him at a pick'em.
Why is
I saw Seahawks plus 1.5.
Why are Giants favored? That's what I'm a little confused about. Regardless, I love the Seahawks plus 1.5. They've been tested a little bit. They flayed the Rams. They flayed the Lions, and obviously the Panthers, who aren't great, but to beat the Lions...
that Lions was a big win in Detroit.
Totally, I completely agree. I'm pretty shocked here. I think there's a lot of depth in the receiver position here between Lockett, DK Metcalf. Gino's hitting his stride. I think the Seahawks will walk away with this one.
I completely agree. I was surprised at the line, too, and that's what scares me.
I don't get why
Vegas... Be a trap game.
Why does Vegas do this, where you're almost more favored to take Seahawks plus 1.5, but it's plus 100 to take Giants minus 1.5?
I don't know. But that's what I'm worried about. I think everyone's going to be on the Seahawks. I am on the Seahawks, but I'm nervous it's a trap game, and the Giants get this one at home. But I'm still taking the Seahawks plus 1.5. They are the better team, and it's not close, and you got to stick with my guns.
Give me the nuke of the week after Seeks.
The nuke of the week is right there.
It's time to get on the Gus Bus.
All aboard! Ride the Gus Bus. Ride the Gus Bus. All right, we're all on Seahawks plus 1.5. My nuke of the week. George Kittle gets into the end zone for the first time this season. There it is. Put the mortgage on it. Drop everything you can on it. They're going to make him a focal point. He racked up, I think, over 60 or 80 yards last week. I could be wrong on that. But I think he did well without Ayuk playing. And I'm really feeling like he gets in the end zone. It's going to be an all-you-can-eat buffet against this Cardinals defense. I think Brock Purdy gets everyone into the end zone, and Kittle's going to be one of them. I love him anytime this season.
I want to mention two things. Number one, I think we were remiss if we didn't mention the new betting style that we were doing on O'Shaughnessy's Monday night. We were betting drive by drive on catches. If we were to look back, I bet you our completion rate was over 50% probably.
I think I always keep track. It was something like we went like 6 for 14.
We made a lot, but it's plus money bets, so we were making money.
And for our viewers that are not in New York, Andre Iguodala, I'm calling out you. Let's all hop on Syracuse spread against Clemson.
Damn right. All right, should we get...
Well, I think we're missing one thing.
Talk to me.
What's the sharpshooter Seagues play of the week?
Yeah, we didn't have one last week.
Yeah, I retired last week, and I'm honestly not loving the spread this week. I may have to retire this for one more week, but I will say something I'm loving as anytime TD scores David Ochane, whatever it is. Anytime TD plus 200. I think that game's going to be a shootout, and if so, he's 100% going to get in.
You think him over Mostert?
I think they both. I mean, they've been running that dual backfield in the red zone. Tua had a sweet play where he did the fake and
that was
pitch.
That was sick.
So I like him. He's my TV. I don't have a sharpshooter.
Another one. All right, we're gonna need one next week. Get in the lab.
I gotta get in the
Quick
lab.
question for the boys before we head out of here. What do you guys think? Zach Wilson comes out, puts a horrible half up. Do we see a second quarterback come out of the locker room?
Yep.
You have to.
Yeah,
I think,
especially with all the criticism on Salah.
To gain some respect at the locker room back, you don't have to.
One last thing before we have length. McCaffrey has scored. McCaffrey has scored in 11 straight games.
12.
Now going, is it 12 now? Now going against the Cardinals, which is one of the worst defense, one of the worst teams in the league. I think his anytime touchdown will be in the 300s.
Let's take a look.
Which
right?
I looked, it's not out yet. But that might be the highest anytime touchdown. Just pulling out of my ass, but that might be the highest anytime touchdown in a long time.
Agreed.
Just a quick side note. All right, it's time for wave. Can I start us off?
Start us off, GB.
Pick a number.
Okay.
Show the camera.
Yeah, they know.
All right. I've been waiting for this all damn week. I got a question locked and loaded. Who wants to take? 'Cause this is a good one.
I'll take it.
Shay, give me one of Gary's meals out of 10.
Wow, Gary the God.
Oh, I thought we were saying.
Alright. Gary the God.
We're staying with football, but I thought of this question and I had to ask.
Gary the God's meals correlated to this number, Gus.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with Philly cheesesteak.
I was gonna say the same
Were you
exact
really?
thing. Yeah,
That's
I
awesome.
swear to God.
Okay, wait. For lunch or for dinner?
That's a great question.
For lunch? That drops it a little bit, I'm not gonna lie.
Great answer.
Okay. Siegel. Give me a a mutt quarterback. Base player, like not with no team of the week, no anything on them. They're base player.
Base player, not the upgraded version, Jordan Love.
Jordan Love, okay. I'm sitting at 4 right now. Maybe 5. It's 4 or 5. Shay,
Yep.
give me a logo.
Like based on what? Like how it looks?
Like coolness. It's a
Yeah.
tough question, but
Um.
it's subjective.
So a logo correlated with this number. Genie. Give me 1 second. I'm just pulling.
Yeah, pull up some logos.
I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna have to go with the logo correlated with this number is going to be. The Boys?
Okay. Pretty basic with just the star. I'm still sitting around a 3 or a 4. 3 or 4.
Okay.
Siegel, dial me in. Give me a running back speed. Nice and easy.
Running back speed, Ramondre Stevenson.
Okay. 4 or 5.
Follow your gut. Think Gary.
I'm gonna go 4.
Damn it, 5.
Oh, bummer. Fuck.
The logo is tough.
Alright. I was trying to get hard questions.
The-
Someone take the
Philly
reins.
cheesesteak was perfect.
That
For
was
5?
money.
For
And
5?
obviously you gotta specify lunch or
Yeah.
lunch or dinner.
Yeah.
I can take this one away. Alright. Give me a number.
You got this one? You pick. You got it. Oh fuck, I'm
pick.
tight I missed
You
that.
pick.
Now I'm 1 and 2 on the
pick.
or 1 and 3.
You pick.
I'm 2-0 in the season.
No, you're 2 and 2.
Am I?
You won twice, yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right, you're right.
There
I'm
you
2
go.
and 2.
What do you got?
Wait, we've done 4 of these?
This
Yeah.
is well now
This is our 4th.
This is our 4th.
Oh, so
You're 2 and 0. Or you're 3.
No, I think he's I don't think he is. I think he's 2 and 1.
Okay.
No, it's 3 now. I'm going
Okay.
Alright, Shay,
Yeah. Talk to me.
give me the number of touchdowns in the season for a wide receiver that would correlate with this number.
Okay.
Like 20 being crazy.
Yeah. Well, how about this? The. Okay, I got it. But a 10 would be ideally one every game, obviously.
Oh, would it?
You think so?
How would it? Oh!
Like
I thought you meant 10 touchdowns in a
No,
season.
no,
I was like,
okay.
there's more than
Yeah,
10
yeah.
games.
I'm gonna go the number of touchdowns for a receiver.
If that's too like direct, because
No. I think that's a good question.
Correlated with this number, the number of touchdowns for a receiver in a league, correlated to this number would be, I'd say about 7.
Okay, Gus, give me a fantasy tight end this season.
Wait, what are you picking? What are you thinking with that
I
answer?
wanna, with that answer, 7. I'm honestly thinking, like that's like one every other game, basically. I'm thinking like a 7 or an 8. Gus, give me a fantasy tight end this season.
Fantasy tight end this season? Okay.
Actually, fantasy quarterback this season.
Fantasy quarterback. I'm gonna go with Lamar Jackson this season.
Bang.
Okay. 6 or 7. Shay,
Yep. Talk to me, big dog.
give me as a player the type of terrain you would like to play in if you were playing on a grass field.
What do you mean? Like the
Weather.
Okay. For a player or for a
For
fan?
a player.
For a player. I'd say, to get super specific here, because it's kind of a broad question,
It is.
I'd say, I mean, this is me. I think this is also you. I'm picturing a fall October Sunday. It's not quite Thanksgiving yet, but it's a few weeks before Thanksgiving. Like, we're still sitting in October. There's colorful leaves on the ground. There's such a slight breeze, like so slight, and we're sitting around like 71 degrees.
71 degrees.
No, sorry, excuse me. 65 degrees, and there's a slight breeze, and there's leaves on the ground.
Alright, that's boosting it way up. I'm thinking like 7 or 8 to even potentially 9.
Okay.
Great
Alright.
question.
Gus, this is gonna have to be a home run hit. Let's see. Alright. This could be a bad question. Coolest way to walk off a game-winning blank. Could be a pick, touchdown.
The hard thing, I'm going to answer this. The hard thing about this one is any walk-off is sick, obviously.
I agree, but you gotta get in
I know.
you gotta get in my brain. What I
Fully agree. I'm going to go with you're on the 9-yard. No. You know what? I'm gonna go with you're on the 13-yard line.
your own.
No. The other team. You're in the red zone on the 13-yard line, and you throw. There's 7 seconds left. You got one more shot to the end zone, so you throw in a fade route, catches it for a touchdown. But it's not a Moss. It's just a basic touchdown. And also, it's a tie game, so there's no...
8.
Bang!
Give me some.
Alright, let me
How about that, Six?
I mean, that was good. The low answer for that question would have been like a chip shot.
I was trying
Well,
to
the
say
weather
it
was awesome.
tied. It was tied, so there was no pressure.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you're down and you score a game.
What really
winner.
got me was you said it wasn't a Moss.
It wasn't a Moss.
Yeah.
It's a basic touch.
Sharpshooter Seeds.
Alright.
That's Sharpshooter Seeds by
Yeah.
the day.
Siegel dialed in.
Alright, I'm 1 and 2.
You got it.
Let me know when you're ready.
And this is why we played Wavelength. Alright.
Seagull! You wake up on Sunday, you had a ripper at the pie, you're tired, you're hungover, you need something to revive you. What are you ordering for food at the 1 o'clock slate? Restaurant coordinate with this
question.
number. Restaurant or type of food? Preferably restaurant.
Okay. McDonald's.
Jesus. Alright, so I'm really down bad this morning. I'm gonna go with. I'm sitting anywhere from like 2 to 3. You're watching football. It's awesome. The boys are they're hanging out. It's me, Sharpshooter Siegs, Gus, maybe Keegan's in the quiet throwing units. Give me a brother correlated with this number that walks in, and you're like, oh my god, this Sunday.
I'm gonna ask you to do another question.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Okay. Gus. Correlated with this number. Give me a color of Gatorade to drink on the sideline.
Huh.
This is tough.
Get in my head.
I love Gatorade.
Get in my head.
I know what I would say for this number.
Me too. I also know what I would say, so
Do you know the number?
just get in my head.
I'm gonna go green apple.
You know me. I'm gonna go with. So far, I'm sitting at a 2.
Okay.
Correlated with this number. Give me a team swag. Like they just got it. Like they show up, they're swaggy.
Love that.
They're just hey.
I'm
I
gonna.
love
I
it.
love the way you make it clap.
I'm gonna have to go. There's no Cardinals.
I'm sitting at 2 still. I'm not moving. Give me correlated with this number. Alright, game's time.
Yep.
You're driving down the field,
Yep.
and something you screw up, maybe, whatever. Give me a time as well as where you are in the field. Correlate this number. So 10 being you get the ball on their 20-yard line with a minute left. That's 10.
Okay.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
A 1 is like there's 10 seconds you get it on our own 5-yard line.
Yep. I'll answer this one, then can I? Okay. I'm gonna say they just scored a game-winning touchdown, but there was 2 seconds left, and now they kick it through the uprights for a touchback, and so you're on the 25 with 2 seconds.
Okay. So you're fucked. I'm gonna go with numero uno.
Oh!
Was it 2?
That all day.
Yeah, that.
long. Did I go too low?
Yeah, it was too low.
I should have brought it a few more yards
If you
up.
said like 8
Maybe
seconds.
they hit it out of
No,
bounds.
if you said like 10
and they were on the
seconds.
40.
10 seconds, I thought, maybe.
I was thinking I wanted to ask a touchdown celly dance, but I'll save that one for next week. All right, boys, that's a wrap for today. As always, can't wait to be kicked back on the couch in Dunk's room, a.k.a. Shea Breezy's room, on Sunday for 7 hours of commercial-free football. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you next Wednesday. And don't forget to ride the Gus Bus if you want to make some
That
chatter.
guy's best.